Welcome back to another video. Today I am explaining the Tenseigan. Of course, Tenseigan makes use of one of the more broken abilities, as it's an evolved version of the Byakugan. It gives you access to the Sage of Six Paths, orbs, but it is a direct counter to the Rinnegan. Now, that's the only reason it was even introduced, as many people question why the Sharingan and the Rinnegan just had so much separation from the Byakugan. I mean, the Byakugan was pretty stale, and especially when Neji dying, there was no incredible users of the Byakugan. The second to third strongest users of the Byakugan, of course, is Hanabi, and in turn, Hinata. Now, to obtain the Tenseigan, just like the movie says, is one, you have to be born of the royal line, reason he kidnapped Hanabi. Two, you need to have ingested any sort of version of Otsutsuki DNA. For example, Baruto and Himawari does have the ability to awaken the Tenseigan, but it is born out of emotional distress, and Himawari is going through that. But since she'll most likely have the KCM mode from the Naruto, from Kurama, Tenseigan is going to be eventually just written out of the story. Of course, Tenseigan will probably make a special appearance, as Toneri made a little teaser cameo in the first couple episodes of Baruto, which sorta should lead to something, sorta not gonna lead to something, but we will never know. Of course, Tenseigan, unlike the Rinnegan, gives you a chakra mode, enveloping you in a green sort of light chakra mode, much like Kurama does. Gives you a chakra mode, gives you the sage orbs, and the staff of Miyamoto. I'm not sure about the staff of Miyamoto, actually. Toneri didn't have it, so I'm gonna assume that they don't have the staff of Miyamoto. So Toneri, because Toneri doesn't have it. It also allows you to become a Saiyan for a day, having the ability to shoot beams, and of course have a strong enough beam to split the moon in half. Of course, Naruto is easily able to tank the attack, though. Watch the movie, though. Of course. Now, for this to be a direct counter to the Rinnegan, it is an incredibly more powerful version than the Rinnegan. Of course, with the Rinnegan has the ability to give you the abilities of the passive pain, teleportation, maybe even limbo clones, but I think that's Madara specific. Of course, the Tenseigan is an incredibly more powerful version. I would rather have the Tenseigan than Rinnegan, of course, just because of the chakra mode it gives you, the beams of lights. It also allows you to fly, of course, and it allows you to have the Sage of Six Paths orbs. Not even Naruto has that anymore. Those paths of orbs, that is just essentially sage energy that can deflect or nullify any sort of jutsu. We see that in the war arc, and it is consistent even in the last movie. Of course, now Toneri is eventually defeated, and the Tenseigan ability is essentially just lost to time. Himawari and Baruto have the ability to awaken the Tenseigan, but since Kishimoto is still writing this part of the manga, I'm pretty sure, it won't be introduced back into the story anytime soon, unless Toneri makes an appearance, where Toneri, of course, should have the ability still, or at least should have a little bit of the ability still. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.